Martin, we are here in Miami in the infield, which is a pretty cool spot, I know, for you, the fisherman, because there's a lake here.
Yeah.
So I have to imagine that you like this racetrack a little bit.
Anywhere where we're close to water, especially salt water, is a good track for me.
Of course. What's in here?
Bass, largemouth bass, and peacock bass.
Caught grass.
Yeah, there's a lot of weeds right here.
A lot of weeds. So making the transition, though, when you go back to your early days, how difficult was it to find success in NASCAR in general?
You know, honestly, really early on, it was not that difficult. It kind of came naturally, I guess. It happened really quickly as far as going to, to the Busch North Series, and had success early on there. And, the next thing you know, I feel like it wasn't that long, I'm getting a call to go test Dale Jr.'s car.
Martin Truex Jr. scores his first career Cup Series victory.
Yeah! Thank you guys, thank you so much. That was awesome, what a car.
What do you remember from those DEI and Michael Waltrip racing years?
A lot of hard work, a lot of struggles, a lot of, almost. DEI started out really good, and, we won in our second year and went to made the playoffs, and then it was kind of downhill from there. It didn't last very long after that, and then, went to MWR, and, started out slow, and we finally win our first race there, and then, make the playoffs, and then, things kind of fall apart there too. So just a lot of hard work and not a lot of success, honestly.
What did you learn from that adversity in your career?
It's really, really a hard sport.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of people. It takes so many different things. I think a lot of people look at racing and they're like, oh, that driver, he's not very good. He's not doing very good, and yeah, it just takes a lot of things to come together for the driver to be successful.
All right, show me how it's done. I have the easy, just like push the button and release.
That's
you have
the little
bait master.
You got the little kiddie rod,
That's
but
what
that's
I
all right.
I mean, that was way out further than mine. So then, we have the adversity in your career, but then you meet this guy by the name of Cole Pearn. What do you remember from working with Cole Pearn in those successful years you had at Furniture Row?
Well, now we're tangled.
Now we're tangled.
Never cast over someone's line. It's like rule number one.
I broke rule number one. Now what do we do?
We're good. Yeah, when I first went to Furniture Row, Todd Barrier was the crew chief, and Cole was the engineer, and I didn't know Cole at all. And our first year was 2014, and man, it was a huge struggle. I was complaining a lot that year, and I think, for Cole and I, we forged a really great relationship as far as just, him understanding exactly what I was looking for, and I feel like he looked at me and said, I know he can do it. I know he can drive our cars fast when I get him right. So that was a big deal for us, and Cole obviously got the crew chief job, and man, we just hit the ground running. We just started 2015 like running good everywhere. We didn't win a race that year till Pocono.
Martin Truex Jr., he's going back to victory lane.
That really is what got us in the mindset of, hey, we can win together. Like, we can win a lot of races together, and that really kicked off pretty incredible run of seasons we were able to put together, and a lot of race wins and a championship.
All right, you cast out. I'm not going to cast over you this time. I'm not going to break the rule
I'll
anymore.
cast with the wind a little more. So.
Well, you mentioned the championship, 2017. What does that championship mean for your career?
Well, that's the thing, is they can never take it away.
Exactly.
It's there forever and ever and ever. And I know it's only one, and I think looking at it all, I always think more about the 3 second places.
Yes.
Just knowing that where I came from to get to the top and win a championship at this level is something I never dreamed possible, and I'm going to have that with me for the rest of my life, which is really cool.
Finally, the closing chapter of your career has been with Joe Gibbs Racing. What has this organization done for you and for your career in motorsports?
Well, a lot, and I think just working with the team there and driving for Coach, I've learned a lot of things. Race with a lot of great competitors, and you look at JGR as one of the top teams as long as I've been around. Being part of that kind of legacy and being able to win races for them, and battle for a few championships there, and at the end of the day, them allowing me to kind of go out on my own terms and do things my way was just really important and really special to me. I feel really lucky to have a great place to work for the last handful of years and work with a lot of really good people.
Well, you are officially hanging up the full-time hat after this season, so why now?
Just feels like the right time. Been doing this a long time. I think I've raced basically, at least 30 races a year, since I got out of high school, and it's It's a long time, it's a lot of commitment, and I'm ready to just go have a little bit of fun and enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Well, we're fishing here because not only is it an activity that you do frequently, but I have a feeling that this might be a lot of your retirement future. What does retirement look like for Martin Truex Jr.?
A lot of hunting and fishing, that's for sure. Been catching a lot of tuna this year, so that's been fun. I'm still going to do some racing though. I still love to race. Nice to have a break and live life. I've missed out on a lot of things over the years, you know, friends and family stuff, and it's time to catch up on that.
Yeah.